Alright guys, in today's video, like I talked about in the last video, I'm going to give you guys a full weighted pull-up program for beginners. In the last video, we really talked about how to program for beginners, but today I'm going to give you guys a full program that you can literally just start running as from next week. And you can use this same program for any other exercise like weighted dips or squats. And then lastly, this is very similar to the program that actually got me to a 2-plate weighted pull-up. Now first of all, let's talk about some entry requirements. So as always, if you cannot do 15 clean pull-ups, don't bother with weighted pull-ups. Just really focus on winding out that foundation first before running a program like this. And obviously, if you're running this program for your weighted dips, like the same rules apply, make sure that you can do a solid amount of bodyweight reps before adding weight to your weighted dips. And then some general info. This is going to be a program using linear progression and is going to use top and back offsets. You can run this program if you train once or twice a week because you can kind of adjust it like I will talk about later on in today's video. And now let's talk about the actual program. So it's going to be a linear program using top and back offsets like I mentioned earlier on in today's video. The top set is where we're going to increase the weight every single week. The back offsets are going to be performed at about 85% of the weight that you used on your first set, taking your own body weight into account. If the number that you actually calculate is going to be negative, you're just going to do some body weight pull-ups. We're gonna start off with our sets of 8 since we really want to accumulate some volume early on in the program before moving into more strength specific rep ranges later on in the program. So week 1 is going to be a top set of 8 reps with 2.5 kilograms, followed up by 2 back off sets of 8 reps with about 85%, and then from there add 2.5 kilograms every single week on that top set, until we reach a point where we have filled out how much weight we can do for our sets of 8. So let's say that happens on week 4. We did a set of 8 with 10 kilograms, and that is really like, that set is going to be pretty spicy and the foam is going to start to break down. So at that point, we kind of filled out how much weight we can do for our sets of 8. Now, whenever that we actually fill out a rep range, we're going to drop a rep range that is going to allow us to recover for the first few weeks. So week 5 is going to be a set of 5 with 10 kilograms, followed up by 2 back offsets. And from there, we're going to increase the weight once again by 2.5 kilograms every single week. Once we have reached a point where we kind of maximize the amount of weight that we can do for sets of 5, we're gonna go from sets of 5 to sets of 3, once again filling out that rep range until the end of the program. This is what you do when you only do the exercise once a week. If you want to do the exercise twice a week, you simply only do the back offsets on the second day. So no top sets, just 2 light back offsets on the exercise on day 2. That way you only have 1 set every single week that you actually really push yourself, and all the other sets are going to be some maximal work that you really use to embed proper form with the exercise, which you will benefit massively from if you are a beginner. So a full training week can look something like this, training twice a week. So week 1 is going to be top and then 2 back offsets, and day 2 is going to be just 2 light back offsets on the exercise. Now, once you actually reach a point where you really maxed out the amount of weight that you can do for your sets of 3, or the lowest rep range that we're going to go to in this training program, you simply run this full program all over again, probably starting off with once again 2.5 kilograms, or you can actually start off with 5 or 7.5 kilograms depending on how much progress that you actually made running this full program for the first time. So we're always going to go from 8, 5 triples, 8, 5 triples, and you're simply going to repeat this kind of cycle, and rotating through these rep ranges like this will have you making a lot of progress over a long period of time. Now, the benefits of a program like this are going to be that you're going to be doing a lot of submaximal work on a big compound exercise, but at the same time, you're going to have that one top set every single week where you can really push yourself, and you're really going to visually see that you're going to make progress every single week. It's also going to be a very basic program, which is going to keep things very simple and so much easier to follow. And once again, constantly rotating volume work and strength work is going to allow you to make progress for a very long time. And that is essentially all I want to talk about in today's video. If you got any more questions regarding this full program, let me know down below. Try it out and see how it works. I know for 100% certain that you guys will definitely benefit hugely from a program like this. If you are a beginner working your way up towards some like 2-plate weighted pull-ups and 60-kilogram weighted dips, let me know how this goes in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So thank you guys for watching. Any more questions, video ideas, or advice, leave it down below in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching, and latest.